This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Butterfield versus Williams. You all have been together 11 years. You're married. You have count them, two sets of twins together. And you are worried, and this marriage is on the rocks because you believe he's with another woman half your age. Miss Butterfield, tell us why you brought this case and what's at stake.
Your Honor, I'm here today to prove that he is cheating in my house. And when I find out he's cheating in my house, I'm gonna blow the roof off this courtroom.
Okay, in your house, not in your house, but in your house.
In my house.
But Mr. Williams, I gotta think that these allegations that are being thrown at you have got to bother you. Tell me how you're feeling about this.
Well, I feel uncomfortable. You know, I always be on the road a lot, and when I'm coming home and stuff, it's like...
Stop lying.
Always, excuse me? I get yelled at and, well, what you doing now and all this stuff here, and this is like, it's uncomfortable. And I'm like, I'm here to just pretty much get down to the bottom of it. Like, really, I'm just sick of it.
All right,
what about me? What about how I feel?
And that's what I was getting ready to ask you, Miss Butterfield. How are you feeling in this situation?
I'm feeling hurt because it's like I took people in to help them out. I've been with him. I married him. I want to be with him. And it really hurts to know that he's sleeping around with somebody in my house.
Yeah, I gotta say that would not pass the test in the Cutler home. That would not be going on. I couldn't live with that. So, in order to see how we got here, I need to understand how we got here. So tell me how you all met and how you got started.
Well, I met him on a dating website.
Okay.
And he inboxed me about 10 times.
Really? Come on now.
We used to go out, spend time together, and it was like, after my first set of twins were born, everything, he was the one. He was everything.
So after you had been together and started your family, it was like, okay, this is the one for me.
Yes.
All right.
So what was it about her that you liked?
Her personality. I mean, she was charming. She pretty much, you know, made me feel that this is the one that I want to be with, that I want to spend my life with. And that's how it pretty much clicked. It's like 1, 2, 3, everything is clicked, and we was on.
So you knew that you had found the woman of your dreams.
Right.
So, Miss Butterfield, I gotta know, how did he propose to you? What did that look like?
I proposed to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she proposed to me.
What you talking about, Mr. Cutler?
I'm talking about
the script. Yeah.
You know, I'm all for men proposing to women, but every once in a while, it's good to hear a woman take that first step and say, you know what? I want him so much, I'm going to step up. I'm going to ask him. It's okay. It's okay for a woman to do that. All right. So, Ms. Butterfield, what did you do and how did you do it?
Well, I planned a big party, and I ordered the rings offline. I had his family there and my family there.
Okay.
Then I got down on one knee and I asked him to marry me.
In front of all the family?
I was going to say yes, because if he didn't, I was going to beat his ass.
Oh, really?
So you did this in front of all your family, both sets of family, you proposed to him?
Yes.
So you had to know he was going to say yes, because that's really being out there.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm a family man. You know, at the time,
Okay.
you know, we already had kids together, you know, trying to start a family. So the right thing to do is go ahead and close the next chapter and move on as a family.
All right, this sounds so sweet, and it's unique that you asked him, and you sound like you all found each other's soulmate. What were the warning signs that you've seen that he's cheating?
Because, Your Honor, we was walking down to our room, and I heard his phone go off. And I knew it was a notification ringtone. So, when he left, I went through his phone. And I seen the same dating app on there that when we met.
Oh.
Mr. Williams, so the dating app that you found the love of your life on, you still had open, you still had active, and you were receiving notifications on it. How do you explain that?
I'm playing around. You know, we men do stupid stuff and don't think.
Hey, don't bring all of us into this. You did
stupid stuff and don't think, and I realizing what type of person I have already in my life. We sat down, talked about it. I admitted to it. I was wrong. It shouldn't have happened, and we moved on from there.
And you were done with looking at other women.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Ms. Butterfield, right?
No.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Really?
Why wasn't that the end of it?
I did everything I was supposed to do.
5 months
What you
ago,
mean? 5 months
I had a
ago?
family friend move in.
Oh, wow.
And his eyes get, every time I look at him, he's looking at her.
So you thinking he's looking at her, wishing something was going on?
Yes.
Do you think something actually is going on?
Yes, I do.
Specifically share with the court why you think he's cheating with this particular woman.
Because I went to his truck because my daughter's shoes was in the truck. So I'm looking in the back seat for the shoes. I reach my hand under his seat. I feel a wrapper. And so I pull the wrapper out. It's condoms.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, what is you doing with condoms? So I took a picture.
And you submitted that picture to the court?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. And then that's the 3-pack. Where's the other one at?
Oh.
I don't think so.
All right, why you got
true.
condoms in the car?
I don't even know what brand it is. You sure she ain't planning them now?
Why would she
do
plant
that?
I
them?
don't know. She accused me of everything else. She might do that too.
And that's your story.
Yeah.
Then, Your Honor.
Well, Ms. Butterfield, have you found anything that makes you think that he's cheating with this younger woman?
Yes, I did. I'm going through my laundry basket to find my pants. And then when I look in his, I found her panties in his laundry basket. Like,
in
what is
his
her panties doing in our room? Yes.
Well, how do you know they were hers?
I know they're hers because she wears panties too tight for her. Let me show you.
All right.
No.
Well. All right.
Now, you see, Your Honor, these are mine. They're nice and clean, well adjusted. These are hers. She ripped them because they're too tight for her.
And you trying to figure out why are your underwear in my husband's hamper?
Exactly. Because
And
she
what
don't
did
come in our room, so why is her stuff in our room?
Mr. Williams, here we are right here in this moment right now. What's your explanation as to why these panties are in your hamper and your basket?
Because he having sex with her.
No. I don't do stuff like that. I'm a grown man and a family man, and I don't do stuff like that. Sorry, you got the wrong one, sister.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how they got in the hamper. I can't tell. I didn't put them there.
Ms. Butterfield, where is this hamper that you found it? Is it in your bedroom?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and does this woman who's half your age, who's living with you, this family friend, does she sleep in your bedroom?
No, she does not.
Does she have any clothes in your bedroom?
No, she does not.
Okay, so Mr. Williams, she doesn't sleep in the bedroom, she doesn't have any clothes in the bedroom, she doesn't stay in the bedroom. Why in the world, how in the world did her panties get in the hamper or the basket that's in your bedroom?
I have the clues found out because I didn't put them there.
Mr. Williams, have you slept with this woman?
No, ma'am.
Yes, you did.
Your testimony is you have not slept with this younger woman, the woman that's half your wife's age.
No, I don't do stuff like that. I'm a grown man.
All right, so there's your wife's side, there's the husband's side, and there's the woman who's living in the house side. She is here. Would you
Got
please
the wrong
escort Ms. Hunt in?
Ms. Hunt?
Look at this homework and trial.
You doing too much.
You doing too much.
Wait, you doing
too much.
Wait, too much.
Maybe if you want to be
Look,
dressed like that, we're no
Ain't no hoe. Ain't never. Ain't never no hoe.
Ms. Butterfield.
Ain't never no hoe.
Ladies,
Ma'am,
lady.
you're in the courtroom. Step
Thank
up
you.
here.
I'm
sorry.
Step up here and have a
Ms.
seat.
Butterfield, it's still a courtroom. You will govern yourself accordingly, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Would you state your name, please, for the court?
Miss Kennedy Hunt.
Ms. Hunt, you've been listening to the testimony.
Yes, I have.
How did you come to live in their home?
Well, Your Honor, I've moved down here recently, actually. I've only been living with them for about maybe 6 months. And I was with the wrong people. So she took me in. I knew she was living in the same area I was. So she took me in to get me on my feet. And I'm very grateful for that. I would never do
Obviously
anything.
not.
So
I would never do anything to stab her in the back. She knows that.
So Ms.
I help her-
Butterfield
I
is
help
a
her
friend
more-
to you?
Yes. She's a family friend to me. And I've always had her back.
You understand.
Yeah, his back too.
Miss
No,
Butterfield.
she didn't. Huh.
So, Ms. Hunt, you understand that Ms. Butterfield believes that you're sleeping with her husband.
I don't know why.
Okay, but she found your panties in her husband's laundry. Can you explain to the court how that happened?
First of all, yes, I can.
Okay.
I do laundry for the whole house. Maybe if you weren't so lazy and cleaned up, you could do your own laundry, but I'm nice enough to do everybody's laundry in the house. Everybody's laundry gets mixed up. It's a coincidence. Why have you not said anything to my face like a woman like you should have? But now it's coming out, but you didn't say nothing before. You should have came to me like a woman. If I have that respect for you, you should have respect for me.
Why you sit there and y'all stare eye to eye?
I don't stare.
Why y'all stare eye to eye?
Lord.
He's sitting on the couch, you move closer to him.
Ooh, please help this girl. This girl's delusional.
Miss Butterfield, pull up, okay?
I'm a man, I got eyes, I'm gonna look. But as long as I don't touch you, you ain't got nothing to worry about, you heard me? On what?
So you admit you were looking?
I mean, I got eyes, I'm a man, what you expect? I'm a man gonna
Do you
look
like
where
what
you
you
gonna
see?
look. I like what I see, but like I said, I have boundaries. A man could have looks, he can like what he see, but he also have boundaries. Now, if he overstep those boundaries, that's when you have a problem, baby.
No, sometimes you got a problem just looking.
What?
Mr. Keller, I think we got it.
I mean, here's what we're looking at. I mean, we have this family friend who was living in the house, and Miss Butterfield thinks that Mr. Williams is got something for her, some kind of attraction for her, and she believes that, one, because her panties were found in his laundry, there were condoms found in the truck, and they don't use condoms, and there was one missing.
Yeah.
And all this has caused Ms. Butterfield to believe that Mr. Williams has been cheating, and she's concerned that he's been cheating with Ms. Hunt.
Yes. Well, this court has done a complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf to determine, is he cheating? Ron, would you escort him?
Might be cheating on you, but not with me, baby.
Guy Wolf. Step right over here,
Not with me.
We're about to find out today, you heard?
Yeah, we really is.
Yeah, okay. Keep talking.
Now, you all came here to get answers. We're about to get answers. Let's hear what our expert has to say.
How are you, Mr. Wolf?
I'm wonderful, Your Honor. How about you?
Good. It's good to see you.
You as well.
Would you share your credentials for the court record and then explain how forensic voice analysis works?
Yes, ma'am. I've been in law enforcement for more than 20 years, and I've been a certified forensic voice analyst for more than 12 and have conducted more than 900 exams. Forensic voice analysis works by analyzing the spoken word. When you speak, you have AM and FM frequencies on your voice, like on a radio. And when you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away. We can then look at that algorithm and determine where somebody's being deceptive.
There it is. All right, let's take a look at the first question Mr. Williams was asked.
Have you ever had sexual intercourse with Kennedy?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right.
Told you.
Told you.
I don't
Now
do
you feel
stuff
like a
in my
fool,
own
don't you?
home. Sorry.
Ms. Butterfield, you just found out that he did not have sexual intercourse with Ms. Hunt. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel a little bit better, but that's just one question.
So you're still not convinced?
No.
Well, let's take a look at the next question.
Since being married to Pepper, did you use the condom she found in your truck to have sexual intercourse with another woman?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
What? Nah, man, Cause for one, I don't even know what brand that is. And number two, if it was any brand, it should have been Magnum, because I'm a big size, you heard me? So I don't know.
So if it was a brand you recognize, then that means you use it with another woman.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, there's certain
Obviously.
who
that man knows his job.
Okay, Mr. Williams, now's the time to try to make this right. You're gonna only get this one moment. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds.
You might as well just tell it now. It's all
One,
now.
2, 3, go.
Okay, I did use one of them. At the time, it was an employee at my job, and it was pretty much like four months ago.
And where did you have sex with this woman?
In the truck. Come on,
Back
all
in my
right.
van, but like I say, it was on a one-time thing. It wasn't nothing that was gonna occur time and time again. And I always, if you're gonna cheat, okay, it ain't what do you mean you cheat? It's how you cheat.
It ain't
what
you shouldn't be cheating at all. You shouldn't be cheating at all.
You had the unmitigated gall to suggest, well, it was just one time. It was just, I mean, you know, you get one freebie. You know, you don't. You don't get a freebie.
Well, you know where you're right now.
So you can do this, but all I'm hearing is la 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 la, because that's what it sounds like. You, Miss Butterfield, you got a family to raise. You got to take care of you, and you need to get about that business.
You all have been together for 9 years. You're married. You have one child together. But this once happy, loving marriage may be on its last legs, depending on what happens here in this courtroom today. Am I right, Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've initiated this case. Tell us why you brought your wife here to court today.
I mean, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a liar, always a liar in my book.
So you got them all rattled off. Once a cheater, always a cheater, and you don't want to be fooled twice.
Not going to, Your Honor.
And you think you're being fooled twice because she is cheating?
Yes, sir.
How does this feel for you?
I just want to know, you know. I just want to know what has she been cheating. I want my family to be together. I want to have my family to stay together. I want our relationship to go back to the way it was, you know, back when we first got married, back when that picture, you know,
was made.
But you can't do that until you get some answers.
I got to have them. I'm tired of looking like a fool or feeling like that I'm looking like a fool.
Miss Smith, what's it like living under these constant accusations?
It's very stressful at times. It's just, I don't know.
Sleeping on a recliner?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm having to sleep in the recliner because I'm being accused of being with someone else. And can you imagine sleeping up in a recliner that don't even recline back good and you ain't been doing nothing? So I'm sleeping in this recliner for no reason.
Oh, no.
So you ought to not even sleeping in the same bed?
Not at the moment, no, sir.
You had moved to the recliner.
Yes.
Not even the sofa?
I was going to say, even the sofa let you lay down.
You're in the recliner sitting pretty much just like this.
Yes, sir.
All because of these cheating allegations.
Allegations, that's right.
So you want to figure out what's going on as much as he does so you can get back in the bed.
Right.
Well, you have come to the right place because we're going to get this resolved today, up or down.
Okay.
All right?
Mr. Smith, you said once a cheater, always a cheater. Has she cheated before?
There was a time where we had gotten into it and I had put her out. About 2 weeks later, she come home and, you know, she confessed to me that something had happened with my homeboy, you know, and, you know, I forgave her for it because she was honest about it. You know what I'm saying?
Woo, that's some kind of messy right there. That's messy. So you ended up cheating with this homeboy?
Yes, I did.
Well. All right, so you take her back.
Yes, ma'am.
Why'd you take her back?
Because she's the mother of my child. You know what I'm saying? I love her. I love her. I mean, look at her. I love her.
What do you love about her? What
do I love about her?
Yeah.
I mean, we go fishing a lot, man. You know? We're country. We're from the country. Okay. You know? And I love it. I love when she goes fishing. She's better at me than fishing. Hunting, too. You know what I mean? It turns me on. You know what I mean?
So
her hunting and fishing turns you on?
Ain't no lie.
He likes the woman that work the pole and shoot the gun. Is that true?
That's
until I get more fish than him, then he's
got a problem.
Well,
he knows how to reel it in.
Yeah.
All right, well, Color, you know, whatever floats a boat, let it float. Yeah. So you all enjoy the same hobbies and activities?
Yes, ma'am.
You obviously have a child together, so you're a family.
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta think that these accusations are tearing your family apart.
They are.
Down to the drain.
So, you said you took her back and you forgave her. Was there a period of time after this that there were no accusations?
Yes.
Why did the accusations start back up?
All right. I was going on a work trip. You know, she picked me up from the airport the next day. And I asked her, I said, you know, before we get home, is there anything that you need to tell me? I don't want to hear nothing from nobody else. You know what I'm saying? If something was to happen with some of my homeboys that stayed at my house at the time, you know what I'm saying? You need to tell me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know how they are. And I was going to give the opportunity, you know, if something had happened, you know, just tell me.
All right.
Let one of my homeboys tell me.
Was she acting funny or weird when she picked you up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was she doing?
I mean, she wasn't talking too much. She was just being short with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she wasn't being loving. She wasn't doing that, you know what I'm saying? When I first get in the car, she'll get in and kiss me and stuff like that. She wasn't. She just put the car in drive and we started.
So you're like, okay, what's this? Why am I not getting like, hey, honey, how was your trip? We were doing this. Me and the baby did this. It was just like, get in the car and go.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you felt like the lack of conversation, the lack of affection meant something was going on in her brain.
No communication.
All right.
All right.
So you got home.
As soon as I got home, I walked through the door, and one of my other homeboys pulled me. He said, man, I need to tell you something. And he pulled me to the back, you know, and he told me that she had been on my couch under the blanket with another one of my homeboys. You know what I mean? And as soon as they tell me that, I go and get her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's he talking about? You know what I mean? Why is he telling me this? And she denied it, you know what I'm saying? She steadily denied it and said it didn't happen or whatever. But I mean, as soon as I walked through the door, why would he tell me that right there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Miss Smith, why would he tell him that?
I don't know. I mean, you have to know these group of guys. They're always trying to stir up things. When me and him get into it, they're steadily trying to cause
That's
problems.
what you always say.
Well, that's what's going on. I mean, that's really what's going on.
Were you under the blanket with somebody?
No.
I mean, were you on the sofa with somebody? Were you in a position with somebody that his homeboy could perceive something was going on?
I mean, yes, there was people sitting on my sofa.
Were you sitting on the sofa?
Yes, I was sitting on the sofa, and I even sat on the sofa at one time with the same guy that told him this. We were all drinking moonshine, you know. So I really can't. I can't recollect every single moment of the night as to where everybody sat and where, you know.
Drinking moonshine.
All right, what else have you seen that makes you think Miss Smith is cheating?
Okay. All right, so she usually gets home about 4 o'clock, 4:15, 4:30, somewhere around in there. And this day, she was a little late, about 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. You know, it was about 5:30, I guess she got home. And she walks in, hey, babe, how you doing? Trying to greet, you know, I just bolt out beside her, go to her car. I want to see if another man been in my car. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I mean.
Okay.
I look.
Mr. Smith, there seems to be no pleasing you. You know, when she came to pick you up.
Thank you.
And she was kind of flat, you're like, okay, something's wrong. Now you come home, she's like, hey, honey, how are you? And you're like, something's wrong.
She's an hour late.
I bet you, I'm gonna tell you what I think is happening. You tell me if I'm right, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. When he got in the car from the trip, she didn't say anything. So it's like, okay, what's she hiding? This time she's been gone, she's late, so she's overcompensating, like, honey!
Amen.
And it's like, yeah, that's too much. You being extra, what's happened in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Smith is thinking, you know, I can't win for losing.
That's exactly how I feel.
All right, what happened in the car?
I went to her car, I searched the driver's side, just looking around, you know what I'm saying? I dug through it. And as I was going to shut the door, I found a condom in between the seat and the car door. I submitted a video, Your Honor.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
video submitted to the court.
All right, let's see this video.
Okay, judges, this is a reenactment of the day that I found the condom in my wife's car. Okay. I looked under the seat, nothing. I looked down below the seat, bam, let it condom. I mean, how would you have felt?
So you find it between, like that, in that little area by the
yes, ma'am.
Car door, between the car door and the seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Where things always fall out and we never know where they are, can't find them.
I don't ride on the passenger side of my car, though. So how am I accountable for everything that's in my car when I don't ride over there? I'm a driver. I drive.
Okay, but who was in the car that had
I gave a coworker a ride home that day.
What was he doing with a condom in his pocket? In my car. They come 3 to a pack.
I don't know.
And you auto use condoms, I bet.
No, ma'am. We've been married 9 years. No, ma'am.
So anything going on with you and this coworker?
No. You know, I never dreamed that I'd get home and my husband find a condom in my car. He's like, where did this come from? Well, I can't answer. I can't tell him where the condom come from because that's the first time I ever seen it.
Has this coworker ever flirted with you or made passes at you?
No.
So the only thing you did and the reason you were late was that you gave this coworker a ride home.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was not the kind of ride he's thinking about.
That's exactly right.
All right. Is there anything else that has happened or that you've observed that makes you think that Miss Smith is in fact cheating?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about it.
I was going on a fishing trip with one of my buddies early one morning, right? All right, so my cousin tells me that my wife comes home with a guy, brings a guy home with her, and they come in my back door and go upstairs to my bedroom, okay? And 45 minutes later, my cousin said they come down, went back out the back door, got in the car and left. I mean, I got a written statement.
Okay.
From my cousin.
Ron, would you get that, please?
Thanks.
And this is a cousin that's living with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, why was there a man in your bedroom for 30 to 45 minutes?
Because we have a air conditioner unit, a window unit in our window. Yes, the air conditioner was cold when he had left, but it was starting to freeze up stuff again. We're not just really rich people, so I'm thinking if there's something I can do to fix this air conditioner without having to totally replace it, then I'm gonna try that. And this guy that I work with
Was it the same guy that left the condom in my car?
Yes, it was.
So this is the same coworker?
Ironic.
Wait. Did he fix it?
Temporarily.
It wasn't broke when I left going fishing.
All right, let me read this statement. This is from your cousin.
Yes, ma'am.
I was staying at Kevin and Mandy's house because I had surgery on my leg. I was wheelchair bound, but I have never been blind. Okay. I seen Mandy come in the house with another man I had never seen before. They went right upstairs and was up there for 35 to 40 minutes. He did not have a toolbox or anything, and she says he was fixing the air conditioning unit. I told Kevin right away, Mandy has always been sneaky. Statement from Laura Smith, your cousin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the man came in to fix the air conditioner without a single tool?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he fixed it. I don't know nothing about air conditioning.
Sounds like he's just trying to look around my bedroom. What it sounds like to me.
Was he there to cool down the bedroom or heat the bedroom up?
He was there to make sure my air conditioner was staying cool. It was freezing up was what it was doing.
You understand how this looks, right?
I understand, but I mean, since when can you not have friends?
Well, we're not saying you can't have friends, but you keep giving this friend a ride. He's coming to your house. He's got condoms and in your bedroom, and you can't explain it. That's a problem. And the flip side of it is, if she's not cheating, she has been so impinged upon and so maligned. How does she forgive you for making her live this way? And I see the tears in your eyes.
Yeah. Mr. Smith, I see you. You're going back, you're rocking back and forth.
She's in tears.
She's in tears.
He's got tears in his eyes. I mean, this is a mess. We are literally looking at shambles right here in front of us, love.
And the future of this just depends on what happens here in this courtroom.
All right. Well, this court has done a full and complete investigation to get to the bottom of this. At this time, the court would like to call certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is she cheating? Ron, would you explain?
Tommy Platt.
Mr. Platt, how are you?
Good afternoon, Your Honors.
Glad to see you. You've been doing polygraphs for more than 11 years. You've been fully trained, and you have literally done thousands of these polygraph examinations. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm looking at our litigants, and you're doing this, just squeezing your hands together. So I'm going to give you the opportunity, because Mr. Platt's going to tell the story. If there is something you need to share with your husband, this is the time to do it.
There is. The night that you come home from the trip and the guy told you that I was under the blanket with a guy. Yes, that's true. I was under a blanket with a guy, but nothing took place under that blanket. It was cold. You know how cold it was when you left. I'm sorry. I should have just been up front with you when.
I don't
but
understand.
I knew it would have just went from there to there to there.
That's where it went. I mean, that's where it went. In my book, I mean, that's where it went.
But that's not what it was.
What would you be doing under the blanket with another guy if that ain't where it went?
All right. Mr. Platt, you conducted a polygraph examination of Ms. Smith. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked Mrs. Smith, did you have physical sexual contact with that man under the blanket? What was her response?
She stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
You almost fell out. Are you okay?
I'm happy.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of weight lifted off her shoulders, but it's a lot off mine, too. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like there's a glimmer of hope?
Yes, ma'am. There's always going to be a glimmer of hope.
All right.
You know.
We have another question.
We have one more question. You asked Ms. Smith, other than the one man your husband knows about, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than your husband? What was her response to that question?
Your Honor, she stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was telling the truth.
Let me just say this. You all need to establish boundaries. What's acceptable and what isn't. My son texted me not long before we came out here, and he sent me something, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna write this down because somebody's gonna need it today. And it was, explain your anger instead of expressing it, and you will find solutions instead of arguments. I think that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So when you're upset, instead of just going off the deep end, take that deep breath and say, okay, why am I having this? Does this make sense? How am I gonna approach my partner about it? Instead of like, and leaving her bleeding, or vice versa, you leave him bleeding. That's how you move the ball forward.
Communication.
Yeah.
Real communication, because you're communicating when you're yelling and screaming at each other, but that's not the kind you want.
You all have been dating for a while. You actually met on Facebook, but you're here because of allegations of cheating. Miss Massey, why have you brought your boyfriend to court?
I suspect that he is cheating on me with my aunt.
Your blood relative?
Blood relative.
Cheating with him.
How do you feel about that?
I'm hurt, disrespected. I'm at a loss for words, honestly, on both their parts. I don't know how I feel. It's a bunch of emotions all mixed into one, pretty much.
And this is a man you love?
Yes.
And I presume you love your aunt?
Oh, yeah. We've been close all our lives.
I can't imagine what you're going through. Can you tell me, since you figured this out or started to believe this is going on, how you've been feeling?
Well, I've been real edgy lately, that's for sure. My emotions are like in a bag, and my heart's like shaking them up every once in a while and just throwing one out there occasionally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. White, what do you hope to prove today?
I'm here to prove today that I'm not cheating on Desiree with her aunt.
So do you understand why she feels this way, why she has these thoughts in her head?
Yes, I do.
But you want to prove that she's wrong?
Yes.
Miss Massey, what does this relationship mean to you?
A lot, actually. I've never felt this way about anybody. No, the night we met, it was like an instant connection. We instantly felt comfortable together. And if it turns out that he's cheating on me with her, it's gonna crush me. I'm gonna be devastated.
Are you saying that potentially you would lose him and your relationship with your aunt?
Oh yeah, they're both gone.
Wow.
So up until now, is he the best relationship that you've had?
Yeah, for the most part.
Except for this one little issue, right?
Right.
And you don't want to throw that away, do you?
No, not if I don't have to. No.
And you surely don't want to throw your blood relationship away.
No, me and Cassie have been literally connected at the hip since birth. We're only 11 months apart, roughly, and she's younger than me. And so I've always had her, she's always had me. We've never really needed anybody else. But obviously she does.
Why would you think that your aunt is sleeping with your boyfriend?
Well, because she's done it before.
With this boyfriend or another boyfriend?
Oh, no. About 5 years ago, I was with somebody for roughly 5 to 6 months. They started hanging out and then proceeded to cheat on me. I was so blind to it, it literally took another family member to point it out to me. Like, one night we were all sitting and playing cards, and he was sitting by her, and I'm sitting over here by myself. So you would think that she's in the relationship and I'm the one single over here, but it was the other way around. So a day later, I confronted them about the situation, and she admitted it to me.
So your aunt stole your boyfriend?
Yep.
Even though you were dying on the inside?
Uh-huh. Completely. I was dead. I didn't get out of bed for almost a week, actually. It was horrible. I was crushed.
Wow.
Was that the only previous time?
Oh, no. About 6, 7 months ago, me and Cassie were sitting in our room, and the family member comes in and she's like, well, I just figured you'd like to know that Cassie has been sleeping with your ex. And Cassie denied it at first. I'm like, okay, I lightweight believed her a little bit, because why would she have a reason to lie? This was my ex. We weren't together at the time.
Right.
There was no reason for her to be lying. If you're doing it, you're doing it. Oh, well, that's cool. He's an ex for a reason. After about 20 minutes of my family member prying her, she finally came out with it and said, yeah, you know what, we have.
So your aunt has slept with 2 of your boyfriends, And you're now concerned she's sleeping with this boyfriend?
Yes.
What are you worried that you're gonna lose with Mr. White, if that's true?
My heart. He has my heart.
Tell him how you're feeling.
I love you, but if it comes back that you're cheating on me with my aunt, you know I'm done, right?
You know I'm here to prove you wrong, right?
Okay.
So, Mr. White, what is it that you love about her?
Like, I love her smile, the way how she treats me. The very first time I got to talk to her was on her porch. She gave me a place to stay when I needed help. So pretty much I love everything about her.
She's a loving, caring person.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And you don't want to see your relationship with her jeopardized?
Never.
So did you give him a place to stay?
Yes, Your Honor. We were previously friends on Facebook, and the first day we met, I actually gave him a place to stay.
So how did we move from place to stay to love?
We talked all night that night, you know, just genuine talks, you know. He told me about him, I told him about me. There was laughs, there was a little bit of tears, you know, just the way that I instantly felt that connection with him. It's just one thing led to another, and we've been inseparable since.
Who said I love you first?
He did the second day, actually.
The
What
second
kind of
day?
conversation was that?
The second day.
A very long one.
A very long, very long. What did you say to her?
Pretty much how my life's been all downhill.
Wow. And so she came and saved you from that?
Yes.
And so you're here to try to protect what you enjoy with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Massey, you worry that all of this can go down the drain?
Yeah, and I'm gonna waste another 3 months.
You shouldn't be worried about it, because guess what? You need to check your aunt.
Now, he secretly hangs out with Cassie behind my back, okay? Now, he does tell me about it, but it's never when it's happening. Now, Your Honor, I brought a map with me of he's supposed to be going to the convenience store most of the time.
Why don't you step to the monitor, please?
Okay. Okay, this is my house, Your Honor, right here. And this is the convenience store and the restaurant that he walks to from my house. Now that is south, Your Honor. Now this is Cassie's house, Your Honor. Now do you see how the convenience store is all the way down here? My house is right here and Cassie's house is right here?
Yes.
Okay, so he walks from my house, supposedly to this convenience store, and then right past my house again to get to Cassie's house, 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Yeah. And he goes right past your house?
Right past it. I don't get a knock at the door, no, hey, I'm going to Cassie's house, or anything for that matter. Just walk straight past my house, right to Cassie's house.
And why do you think he's doing that?
When I confronted him with it, they both claimed that it was to talk about me and our relationship.
And you don't believe that?
No. If you're talking about me and my relationship, talk to me about my relationship. Can I return to the...
Okay, so Mr. White, are you talking to Miss Lures about your relationship?
The only reason why I'll go to Cassie because she knows her better than anybody else. And I'm trying to get more advice so I can make things work even better.
So, Mr. White, did anything inappropriate happen with her aunt?
She touched my leg and I told her that I was dating Desiree.
Okay, there's touching and then there's touching, okay? Which one are you saying happened with her aunt, with your leg?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
I got up and I left and I walked away. I went to her house.
Now, when he went to my house, y'all want to ask him why he didn't tell me and why I had to find out when he was on the phone with somebody else?
Mr. White, do you believe Miss Massey's aunt was trying to hit on you?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly.
But it felt funny.
Yeah, it felt funny, so I got up and left.
All right. Kyler, you know there's his side, there's her side, and obviously there's the aunt side. We have the aunt here today. Ron, would you escort the witness in, please?
Yes, John. Ms. Lawyer. Have you stand next to Mr. White.
Are you sleeping with Mr. White?
No.
What happened when you touched his leg a couple of days ago?
It was just like an instinct, comforting, you know. It wasn't nothing like that. When he said, I'm taken, I looked at him like, I know.
Okay, well, let's do this. I would like you all to sit in the witness chairs, and I want you to show the court how you touch his leg.
I want to have a good view.
Can I get one too?
All right, so, Ms. Lewis, how did you touch his leg? What led up to you touching his leg? Let's start there. You all are talking.
He was upset about Desiree being mad at him, and I just like instinctively just tapped it, rubbed it a little bit.
Okay, show me what you did.
Is that how it felt? Tell me what it felt like. Put her hand on your leg and show us what happened.
Like that.
Did her hand go any higher?
No, because I stopped it and then I left.
But you think if you hadn't stopped, it would have gone higher?
Probably.
All right, you go back to the podium, please. My question is, why are you talking to him about your niece's relationship?
You know, I know her the best. You know, we've been through everything. We were inseparable as kids.
And you know, sometimes it helps to talk to someone who knows.
Yeah, but she's already slept with 2 of her boyfriends.
So are you jealous of Miss Massey?
I was young, you know, and at the time, you know, I was single, you know. Seeing her being happy, maybe it did make me jealous.
So seeing her happy now, are you happy with their relationship?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Do you think that Mr. White is the right guy for Miss Massey?
In the beginning, I didn't feel that way, but he showed me that he does love you, and you know.
It just seems weird. It just seems really weird. How can you be against him one day, and then the next day, y'all hanging out behind my back?
Because I accept him, you know. I'm going to accept him because you're happy with him.
Why are you seeing him without your niece, especially with this history?
He just comes to me for advice about her. You know, she is really feisty. You know, she gets mad easy. She snaps off. You try to talk to her, it's way worse. Like, you know.
But why wouldn't you tell him, let's go and talk to my niece, your girlfriend, together?
I was clueless that he hadn't been telling her that he was coming over.
All right. So, Miss Massey, what does your gut tell you?
That he's cheating on me.
What else is it besides your gut?
It's just, it's weird. It's weird. There's no reason to be lying to me. I don't care how feisty I am. I'm gonna pop off. If you think I'm gonna be mad, don't do it. I don't text people on Facebook because he gonna get mad.
Okay, so you admit you're feisty.
Oh yeah, I'm very feisty.
You're very feisty. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you can see how Mr. White might be reluctant to maybe come to you with a problem about you.
Yes, yes.
But hold on, love. I'm feisty.
Yes, you are.
And you are going to any of my aunts talking to them about me, right?
No,
right?
I come straight to you.
And they definitely ain't.
And you haven't slept with any of my aunts?
No.
Okay, so you can understand why she would have these concerns. If we didn't have the history of sleeping with her past boyfriends, we wouldn't be having this discussion. She'd probably be okay with it.
All right. So, Miss Massey, you believe that your boyfriend is sleeping with your aunt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. She's already slept with 2 of your previous boyfriends.
Yes, Your Honor.
And now you believe she's sleeping with your current boyfriend.
Yes.
So basically, she sets him up and the aunt knocks him down.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently.
Your gut is telling you that. Everything in your being is telling you that there's something going on between your boyfriend and your aunt.
Yes.
And that's what you're here to find out.
Yes.
To get to the bottom of this court has ordered Mr. White to submit to a polygraph test. And we have the results.
All right. At this time, Ron, would you please escort in certified polygraph examiner, Mr. Michael Williams?
Yes, Sean. Witness stand, sir.
Mr. White underwent a polygraph examination, is that correct?
That's correct.
He was asked one question. Mr. White was asked, since being in a relationship with Miss Massey, have you ever had sexual intercourse with her aunt? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, there was a strong physiological response to this question, which indicated to me that the subject was being deceptive.
Ms. Massey, you're looking at your aunt. What went through your head when you just looked at her?
I'm very, very hurt. Very, very hurt. I don't know how I feel.
Well, who are you more angry at, your boyfriend or your aunt?
Both of them. It takes two to tango.
Miss Lewis, the lie detector says that Mr. White has had sex with you.
That is not true.
It's a lie detector. It ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
That's
but
what
never.
it's made to
You
do,
know I
is
love
to
you
detect lies.
Boy.
You know, Mr. White, you were being deceptive when you said no to that question of whether you've had sexual contact with Miss Lewis.
I never did, though.
Either
That's
of
the whole
y'all can
fact.
be honest.
Well, Ms. Massey, now that you have the answers you were looking for, what does this mean for your relationship with both your boyfriend and your aunt?
What relationship?
You tell me, what relationship?
There is none. There is none. There is none. There is none. I don't really want to hear your names ever again, for that matter. That's messed up. I have done a lot for you. I've done a lot.
You know I love you, so why would you?
You love me, but you're having intercourse with my aunt.
I never did.
But the lie detector, dude, the lie detector test
I was
just
nervous when
proved
I took that.